brothers and sisters, to the Smart Sister Show. And today I am doing another installment in my intergenerational trauma series. Now, today we're going to talk about trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is when two people that have been traumatized, and believe me, all black people have been traumatized. That's the whole point of this series, is for us to understand what effects it has had on all of us. Today, talking about trauma bonding is to look at various relationships we have in our lives, and mainly I want to use this in the context of a marriage or a relationship between a man and a woman or whatever, but it's all the same thing, and a lot of the toxicity is the same across the board, no matter what. And so therefore these type of bonds can also be between parents, children, siblings, co-workers, anybody that you have a relationship with that can actually reinforce some of these steps I'm going to cover in a minute, that traumatize you both. So basically, in a lot of relationships, one of the people is toxic or narcissistic, or the one that's perpetrating the stuff, and the other person pretty much is the one that's taking it and dealing with it. So those are the steps I'm going to talk about, like how people deal with this trauma bonding that defeats them, lowers their self-esteem, puts them in a trick bag, as we would say. So the first area I want to talk about is the person justifies everything. Have you all ever known a person that was in a bad relationship, but they justified it any kind of way they could? Well, my spouse is tired and he's been working too much, and especially even in a domestic abuse type of situation where they justify what the person is doing to them. Okay, and I know you may have experienced it, or you know someone that has. So they justify what's going on so they can deal with the cognitive dissonance in their head. And cognitive dissonance is when you are holding two opposite ideas in your head and you're trying to fix it and make it make sense. Okay, so basically with justifying a person, you know in your head they wrong. However, you're justifying what they're doing because you think, they have some kind of external thing affecting them that they can't help it, and, they're just tired, or they're just having a day. Okay? And no. The next area will be believing in the future fake lies that they tell you. Once again, toxicity means that person is always going to promise you something. Well, baby, look, in the future, I'm going to get this job so, I can make enough money so we can move into that house you want. We're going to get up out of here. We're going to have a whole new life once I get this money, or once I get this other job, or once, we gonna live where you want to live, baby. We gonna get new cars. We'll get same thing. They're always giving you this belief in the future of what's to come, and it never does. It never does. Okay, many of you have been through that too. You just deal with it because you think in the future things are gonna change, and they never do. The next area is you keep having the same fight over and over and over and over again. You're fighting about money. You fight about how long that person is gone and they don't come home on time, or you know, you're always fighting about an attitude or whatever. It's a fight, 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 but it's always the same one. So what does that tell you? That person or you know, are having some expectations or something that the other person isn't going to even deal with. So then you keep bringing it up, bringing it up, bringing it up, and y'all keep fighting. And for what reason? Because the person's going to do what they want to do. You're the one sitting there taking it, okay, and getting mad and wanting to start a fight. Why? This person is not going to change. Okay, they're not. They're doing what they want to do. So continuing to keep fighting over the same thing has no purpose. Okay. The next thing is this magical person, like when you're a friend and you're trying to tell your friend, sis, you already know what's going on, what's up, and then they come with this, oh, I see what you're saying, but you know, it's just something about this dude. I don't know what it is, but I just get this feeling every time I see him, and it's just so, I just need him, and it's just something about him. Really? You know, sisters be like, yeah. Magical, the magical Negro or whoever you got, just magical. There's something about their aura, something about them. They might be doing you wrong, but no, there's just something there. Well, you might be feeling that. 9 times out of 10, they do not. So you created this feeling and this connection that really is in your mind, not theirs. The next thing is most people stay in these type of trauma bonds because they're scared to leave. Point blank, period. How many times in your life, how many times have you tried to counsel someone about a toxic relationship and they just scared to leave? Most of the time, that person is put in their head that you'll never get anybody like me. Nobody else is going to want you. I've had that one pulled on me. Well, you know, you got me. You lucky to have me. So it's going to be hard. You know, ain't nobody else going to want you or love you like I do. Nobody, you can't get some, you know, the brother was fine, but really, I got you, didn't I? See, that don't work on me either. Because just like I got you, I can get somebody else. Y'all know we always say, just like I came in and got this job, I can go and get another. So I can leave with no problem. Okay, that's what you have to see in yourself and get over the fear that you're too old to get somebody else, or you too young, or you too fat, or you too that you can't get another love like this, or another man like this, or another woman like this. Oh, this woman is just, you know, and I kind of think the Will and Jada thing, I don't want to date this video, but I'll talk about that in a minute. The next thing is you try to become like a one-stop shop for a person. You're their everything. Okay, you cook what they want, you clean, you fix the house the way they want, you dress the way they want, you go get everything. You try to be everything for them. They're everything. You want to just change your life to be the person that they want. So whatever it is that they need, or whatever it is that they desire, that's what you do. Nobody is a one-stop shop for nobody. You're not put on this earth to fulfill every dream of somebody else. You fulfill yourself. And then when you come together, that's when you have a good relationship. Unfortunately, too many people do that. Men do it by, baby, look, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to this, I'm going to that. I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to do that for you, and I'll buy everything, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Women, same thing. I got to look the way, I'll get some surgery. I'll get me a Brazilian. I'll butt lift. I'll dress a certain way. I'll cook the food you want. No, you can't be a one-stop shop, because somebody is something else that they want or that they need that you can't give. But you killing yourself trying to do that. Stop. The next area would be you hide your own feelings and your needs. What about you? Okay, what about you? What about your needs, or what about your feelings? Like if they say something and it doesn't sit well with you and it hurts your feelings or whatever, but you just hide it and deal with it because you feel this person is really for you, and you're doing everything to keep the relationship positive and moving forward. So you know what I want really is not that important. I just want to be here and do what I need to do. Really. And the last final part of trauma bonds is you rationalize everything to another person. People bring up what they do. There's a reason for that, because, he had to go spend the night because, his car gave out or whatever, and he told me he was going to stay with his friend overnight so they could fix it in the morning. Or, y'all, why are y'all tripping? I'm not tripping on that, so why are y'all tripping? It's a reason why he does these things. You rationalize everything because you're trying to rationalize to yourself. All of us weren't born at night or last night, or I wasn't today years old when I understood what the hell was going on. Okay, these are all areas. So I'm gonna repeat them back one by one. Justification, a belief in a fake future, keep having the same fight over and over. This magical, mystical person that just has some zen that you need. Your fear of leaving, becoming a one-stop shop for someone, hiding your own feelings and needs, and then finally rationalizing everything about your relationship to other people. Okay? These are the things, brothers and sisters, that we really need to look at in our relationships to make sure we are having healthy relationships and we're not falling prey to this traumatic or trauma bond. Okay? Everything I just listed is just trauma being relived and reinforced in your life. And as I said, this doesn't necessarily have to deal with just your romantic relationships. It mostly does, but these same things you can apply to toxic relationships to friends, okay, or other family members. That's why I'm trying to give you some things that actually bring and make it clear in your mind what a trauma bond is and why you have to break it and start loving on yourself and healing yourself. These are the things that we need to talk about. And now I'm going to bring up, I suppose, the Will and Jada thing. I think I'm going to do that in a separate video, though. So go check that out. and see how I'm going to bring all of these points up and show how I feel that they have a trauma bond. And after what happened at the Oscars, everybody's talking about, I'm going to kind of wait for that to calm down. But I want you guys, you can do it. Why don't you take all these points that I just made today in this video, find a relationship that you've had or somebody that you know, and apply each one and see if it's true. And if most of them are true, then that's a trauma bond that you need to get out of. And then for homework, why don't you take these same things and apply to the Will and Jada situation? Okay, so you can see for yourself how things work. We all jump on everybody's different sides, and you know, I'm seeing all this stuff going back and forth. You on Team Will, you on Team Chris. If you're not, you this. Will should go to jail. Chris should press charges. You know, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, but we're not really looking at what that really was. That was traumatic, in my opinion. That was intergenerational trauma at work on international TV. That's what that was. Complete disrespect for each other played out in front of white folks who don't really give a damn. Okay, but that trauma is, all of them were at fault to me, including Jada more than anybody. Okay, and the reason why I say that is a true woman would never let her man get up and disrespect himself the way she did. She was just sitting there like, Even after he slapped the man and came back and sat down, she still was ice queen. They weren't even sitting close to each other. Okay, so there's some other stuff. There's a lot of traumatic stuff going on. And like I said, this trauma bond that I'm talking about is pretty much a problem most of our relationships have romantically, as well as our relationships with some of the people in our lives. Okay, so thank you for checking this out. Rewind, bring it back, and listen and do some homework and apply these different symptoms of a trauma bond and see if anything applies, and then how you need to look at yourself and heal and break the bond and find you somebody that's positive and not toxic in your life. And whoever it is, your man, your mama, sisters, brothers, co-workers, anybody that's doing you wrong and that is toxic, you need to get away from and heal yourself. So thanks again for coming by. Go check out my channel, subscribe, so you can get my videos. I'm really going to start trying to do more because I really want to finish this series so I can start promoting it to people, because we've got to heal, brothers and sisters. Until this is the one aspect of us fighting for our freedom that we have never done, is face a lot of the trauma that we've been through and heal ourselves. Only then can you move forward in a positive manner and build and create, because that's what we got to do. We got to start building ourselves and our community, because y'all already see the times that we're in, and ain't nobody's gonna wait on you. Okay, and we need to quit using our energy doing for others that we don't even do for ourselves. So you take care. Like I said, like, subscribe, tell your friends, check out the other videos that I have, because this is a whole series on intergenerational trauma, and let's do the damn thing. Okay, take care, and I'll see you next time.